So unfortunately, I don't have much B-roll of the day. It's just kind of hands-on at all time. But I'll show you how I plan to do it. So the day was we needed to have gimbal. We needed to have gimbal going, and then be able to switch off and go handheld. So my solution for it was this. So basically, we parked our cars. Everything needed to fit in the backpack. I had my one wheel and my backpack. So we parked our cars. I was able to put this right here on the side of the backpack. That's how I traveled out with it. Then when we got out to the location, I unzipped the bag. And before I go too farther in here, this is what I used. I use this thing for the white balance all the time. It's a Amazon white balancer. Yeah, you can get it off Amazon. So, all right. So here it is, the FX3. I have a filter on there, but just pretend it's on here. I don't want to go too crazy, but I'm able to unlock this bad boy. All right, so like this. Got it locked in here, and kept my monitor in here. So here's where I kept my monitor. This is a little 5-inch monitor. This was perfect for I use this for EL zone. So we got monitor here, and the HDMI cables plug in. You'll just take my word for it, but basically I had so I had the HDMI cable plug into here, and I would be ready to go shooting. Put this in the back. The guy could take it off my hands, go filming. So then when we're done, come back and this. I would, for travel, I would take my monitor off. It's just safer. I've cracked a few of these, so I want to be kind of careful with them. They're super handy, so who wants to waste $500 each time? So I go here, and then in here I have this Power Edge Go. Got a little Kessler quick release on here, and I would go off of here. And actually, you can do this a couple different ways. You could make the base go sideways, but I found that for the day, doing this long ways like this was better, so I could set it down. And then inside here, I have a few of my cables. But this was the cruxes where get the top handle, and then 7-inch focus. I leave this HDMI cable just on there. This plugs into here. And then I have, I would kind of do a couple different versions. I would sometimes power this cable. Sometimes I would power the Sony with this, depending on how much battery is left or if I needed to power the monitor for longer. So this goes in the back here. Run it down here. And I would kind of twist this around a little bit. Let's see. So if you give this like a few twists, it doesn't necessarily cable management it amazing, but it works for how run and gun you are, So then could still stick out the camera. Boom, this on. This on. And I'll just turn the shutter up a bunch right now just to get some focus. But so we were mostly in 9x16, but then this is the handheld rig, so I could kind of quickly go with this handheld rig and then so go handheld rig, turn it off, unplug, get everything off of here. And the way I was storing it for the day was just kind of wrapping these cables up and just trying to keep them kind of nice. And then monitor side out and kind of tuck that in there. Take this guy. That's where the battery is. Come, quick release off of here. Put that back in there. Take the handle, kind of sneak it around in here. And then get that back on there, then put the monitor on. Sometimes I wouldn't even put the monitor on if it was super quick, but you know, it worked pretty well for what we needed to do. So it was really a preface of speed and lightweight package. So now I'll take the camera down and kind of show all the pieces of the puzzle. Okay, so let's start out. We got the RS2 gimbal with a little handheld and then the Focus 5 tilt bracket. These are great because they lock into place. I do have another one that doesn't, but these locking things had so much more security. In my top of my bag here, I have charger. This one is a D-Tap V-mount charger. My batteries can also charge through USB-C, which is great too. And then this is a NPF charger. So I got two chargers. Didn't need either one of them, but I just always carry them just in case. Then in here is my 5-inch monitor for the gimbal. That can sit in there. Then this top section has the filters. So this is the B+W ND filter that I used all day for this. That's what I used. Then I have a couple other filters in there, other ND filters and ones that I don't, but that I just have as backup. Be really careful when you're packing them in, you can crack them. This one's in a soft case. I should actually move that. It could crack it. Then I had my media all in this bag. You know, just a couple extra things. And the card for offloading. And the camera. This has HDMI cables, XLR cables, just all those little bits. I would actually usually stick these in there. This is a USB-C delivery charger and the USB cable. I'd stick those in there, but I put them there for quicker access. Then my top handle lived back there. It was living here, but I had to put the V-mount there. But I have a 35, the 35, the 50. Back here is the 24, and then the 70 to 200, and my most used tool, which is the rocket blower. And didn't end up using any of those lenses. Stayed on the 70, stayed on the 24 to 70 the whole day. Then in here I got two V mounts and a few NPFs. I had to put these for the gimbal. There wasn't V-mount power for them, so I had to put these on the back when we were using the gimbal for the monitor there. And then my 7-inch sat here. And when I ran my 7-inch, I could do the power adapter. I could run V-mount power to the cable, so I didn't have to use these when in handheld configuration. And then my white balance setter in there. So going back on it, I probably would have not brought all the lenses. Maybe just brought the 35 and the 70-200. I could have gone with one less V-mount, but this is just what makes me comfortable, so I'd probably just do the same thing again and just have everything. So that's what's packed in this bag. It's a giant bag. It's a Shin f-stop Shin Cine bag. Haven't used it that much, but it was fun to go out to the woods, film some biking and some hiking and people drinking coffee, and don't always get to do those shoots, so they're always a pleasure when I can kind of go back. Those were my roots. I used to shoot those all the time, so that's what I like doing. But yeah, handheld to gimbal. I think I like being handheld most of the day. Was probably the best shots, but all in all, worked out pretty well.